Thank you for joining me. Uh, it's late. The kitties are in bed. And I don't know, man. I got this thought in my head. Feel like I'm supposed to be like this time's happy Harry hard on, where it's my job to remind you that you need to push back on some shit. You know, uh, it's your constitutionally protected right to burn flags. I don't give a fuck about an executive order, man. And you need to express yourself however you feel like expressing yourself. I mean, if burning a flag is how you do it, then burn all the fucking flags. Burn whatever you want. Just don't start any wildfires in California, I guess. Uh, and while we're talking about expressing yourself, it's that's why I started doing this. Man, you can't just sit around and be angry and brooding all the time. Like you got to find an outlet, and be creative, and say how you feel, man. Speak with your chest. And, I don't know. I was talking to a good buddy of mine, a former bandmate, the other day, and he was talking about, you know, want to jam again. And man, I feel you. Like there's something about creating something, you know, and not everybody feels this way. But to the people that do, like I get it. I understand you. Whether it's music or art or whatever your thing is, if it's charcoal or pastels or oil painting or sculpting or poetry or whatever, do the thing that makes you happy, express yourself, and don't worry about the consequences of that. You know, uh, he was saying he'd been thinking about starting up another project. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, Chris? Uh, but yeah, he was talking about wanting to start up another project, and I was like, dude, I'm in. Let me in. I'm knocking, dude. Let me in. Uh, and I don't want to out the dude because he's got a lot of stuff on his plate too, uh, and I don't want people hounding him, talking about like when you guys gonna start playing shows again. But even if we didn't, even if we just sat in a room and recorded, like that's something. You know, it it means something to people. Even if it's just you, it means something. Uh, that expression, that sharing, that ability to share a part of yourself with the world and leave your mark, no matter how big or small. It's important. And try and leave a good mark though. Like don't be, you know, touching kids. Talking to you, Donald Trump. Uh, actually, Shem, talking to you like 80% of the GOP, grand old party my ass. Uh, ugh. Which again, I asked this the other day, but I'm kind of curious about that. All my QAnon people, like, where y'all at, dude? I thought the storm was coming. Thought you guys wanted to take down the like pedophile cabal. I keep saying it, but I'm genuinely looking for an answer here. Like, we know who the pedophiles are. They're the people trying to distract you from finding out that they're the pedophiles. And no matter what you throw, I mean, like into the media, into the realm, like whatever you throw out there, like most of America sees through that shit, So where are all the QAnon people that wanted to take down these pedophiles so bad? Like now you got one in your own backyard and you're not gonna handle that shit. I mean, I know I gotta be careful. Can't like go advocating for violence on here. But does anybody remember the Alaskan assassin? Can we not get that dude a day pass? Like what the fuck? Uh, Oh shit, that one right there is probably gonna end up getting some people coming to talk to me. But I'm just saying, there's like that was it in California, that lady and her dude that like you know, we'll bring our son back home, please. Just bring him home safe. What the fuck is that, dude? Like we know it was y'all. We know it was y'all. Like everybody knows. And that's the thing. These kids that are in these situations, man, like let them grow up so they can make art and do their thing. And it's our job as a society to protect them. And you know, I don't know. I've got this whole philosophy about, if you're choosing to be a member of society, you know, like it's a choice you get to make. And if you don't want to be part of society, that's cool. Go be a fucking hermit, man. Live in a mountain, like in a cave somewhere. Uh, like go live on an island. Like just disappear. Go live in the fucking desert. If you don't want anything to do with society, but if you do want to be a member of society and enjoy the benefits the society has to offer you, then you owe it to society to do your part if you're able. And I'm not trying to turn this into some like Marxist shit with, from each according to his ability to each according to his needs, but it kind of is that way, you know? It kind of is that way. Like when you see people that need help or when you see shit wrong, you should feel obligated to call that the fuck out. Like, do your part, man. Do your part. And if that's just advocating for the rights of other people, then do that. If it's protesting and showing up with placards and, you know, yelling, speaking truth to power, then do that. If it's, just crocheting shit and like, or making scarves and getting on the homeless, then do that. Whatever it is. Like if you signed up to be a member of society, then you kind of owe it to society to not be an ass, and part of that means looking out for people that are weaker and smaller than you, you know? And that goes back to the kids stuff, And that's the weird thing, man. As much as I slam all the QAnon people and all that shit for the conspiracies, they're not wrong to want to protect children. But here's your opportunity to do that, and you're failing. You're failing because you're giving a shit about the Cracker Barrel signs. Who gives a fuck about Cracker Barrel? Their food's not that good, anyways. Like, really? There's more important shit going on, and the fact that you don't realize you're being distracted, that's a problem in and of itself. Like, what are we doing, guys? What are we doing? Can we get back to that America where we had people making art and, you know, making music and being creative and innovative? And we it's not hard. It's not hard to get rid of the bullshit in your life. It's like I don't know, our current political system is like a bad ex. Dude, cut that shit off. It might be a little hard at first and you might feel tempted to go back to it, but trust me, it's better. It's better if you don't. It's better for all of us. If you don't, just don't. Fucking don't. Uh, man, and my comments are open, so if you guys want to chat about anything in particular, or I can just keep going off on my happy, hairy, hard on rants, like pump up the volume. I'm cool with that. I'm not as good looking as Christian Slater, but I'll do my thing. Right? Right. Yeah. Right, Josie. It is right. You know? I don't know, man. I just saw that shit about the flag the other day and they already arrested a veteran because, of course, leave it up to a veteran, man. Like, they're the first ones in, man. And props to that dude. I'd have to Google it real quick to look up his name, but props to that dude for standing up. Oh, you're going to tell me I can't burn the flag? That's what I served for. Lit that shit on fire. Got handcuffed immediately. But, dude, that is a federally protected, constitutionally protected First Amendment right to do that. The Supreme Court has already ruled on it. It's not up to Donald Trump. At least not yet, man. Like while our courts still have some sort of power, that's where we're at. So I don't know, man. We gotta figure it out, guys. We don't have all the time in the world. Life is finite. It's not infinite, you know? So love love people while you can. And the ones that you can't, dude, don't don't waste your time. Like, I'm not here to preach a bunch of hippie shit to you. I mean, let's be honest. Hippies had the right idea, but they sold out. They gave up. My parents' generation, dude, I give them shit all the time. Like, what happened to those guys? They were so idealistic back in the day, and they quit. Like, they stopped caring about shit and started worrying about their mortgages. And I guess that was part of the plan. That's the design. But you know, for fuck's sake, man, like, that's why I lean more towards the anarchism. I'm like, cool, let everybody do their own thing. But if you cause problems, I can cause problems too. I have no problem with causing problems. And I don't want to be part of the problem. I want to be the whole fucking problem. So, uh, yeah, can we get back to a little bit of that? Might actually have a chance at succeeding somewhere, you know? Um, but yeah, they had kids. Hey, man, I got kids. And yeah, I mean, I ain't burning it down like I used to, but I'm reserving some of that energy. Like, if I had to get down, I'm pretty confident that I could still get down. But right now, I mean, this is a form of getting down too. I mean, it ain't. You're not gonna have to go to the dentist afterwards, but you're not gonna have to uh, get your head stapled shut or no crazy shit. But you know, standing up for what's right doesn't always cost you a lot of time and money. Just say something. Was it if you see something, say something? You know, and again, man, props to that veteran, man. He saw something and he didn't just say something, he did something. You know, I mean, in a way, he kind of martyred himself. I mean, he ain't dead, but somebody had to stand up first, and respect to that dude. Respect to that dude. Exercise your rights while you still have them, and even under threat of punishment. Like, if not then when? I'm I'm worried about us, guys. I'm genuinely worried about us and where we're gonna go from here. And it was one thing a couple years ago talking shit, but I can't say I didn't see this coming. And like, if we don't start getting loud, if we don't start pushing back, then you know there's gonna be nobody to blame for it once it happens but us. Well, I mean, of course, there's gonna be the people that did it. We can blame them. They're I've already said fuck a bunch of times. They're cunts. They're cunts is what they are. Like, and not even the good kind. Like, just sour cunt bitches, dude. That's how these guys are. They're, and like, watching, what was it today? I saw that everybody sitting around the table kissing Trump's ass. What the fuck is that? Like, dude, the founding, you talk about being an American and a patriot, dude. The founding fathers are turning over in their fucking graves. Like, they weren't perfect. They were, some of them dudes owned slaves. A lot of them were, you know, wealthy and just kind of dickish themselves, but they were educated enough to know that they were fucking some shit up. Ben Nichols in the heart of the mountain. What are your thoughts, peeps? Good shit. Makes me forget about politics and more on friendships, relationships, and togetherness. Punk rock to the core. And we all need unity, my friends. I love you, Brother Jones, and thank you for everything you do. Brady, dude, Brady, you are one of the most solid cats I've ever met in my life, dude. And nothing but love for you, sir. Nothing but love for you. You're a generous dude and you speak from the heart. And you know, I definitely appreciate uh having the opportunity to call you a friend in my life, dude. And the world needs more people like you, bro. And Josie, gotta go to bed. Hey, man, we all gotta work. Good night. Love you too. Uh, you know, I back to the political shit, man. Like, how I don't understand that shit. I mean, I understand how some people can be like, "Oh, Trump's funny," he cracks me up because he says some shit. Like, I get that. I get that. But when you see a table full of grown men in our government, the people that are supposed to be making the decisions for us, like, kowtowing and just being spineless little wimps, dude, and kissing ass, just kissing ass. Like, how does that not bother you? How are you not concerned? when you see this? I'm genuinely curious. How do you see that and be like, everything's cool here? It's that meme of the dog sitting in the house and the house is on fire and he's like, this is fine. It's really, it's it's not fine. It's not fine, guys. Push the fuck back. Uh, these people that follow around ICE and shit and put them on blast, dude. Golf clap, like slow clap. Fucking cheers to you people, dude. All of you, just seeing something and being like, "Hey, man, that ain't right. That ain't right." I don't know, man. We got to figure it out, man. We got to figure it out. I don't know how long it's gonna take. Hopefully, you know, we figure it out soon. Because I mean, I know most of you guys don't study economics, but I don't know, man. Like we're getting close to the brink, and if you study history or economics and you see like the collapse of empires, you've got to say like, hey, man, there's I see some similarities here. I see, uh, some things that I'm not really comfortable with, and you know, it's it's time to do something. If you're waiting for something, a sign or a card or somebody to flick a light switch for you, like it's fucking happening, man. Like if we don't figure this out, and there might not be any coming back. Like and again, like I talk a lot of shit on on MAGA and the QAnon people and all of this, but like really, man, when it comes down to it, I understand where they were coming from. I just wish they would have done it with less racism. You know what I mean? Uh, uh, they thought that something was wrong with the country and they wanted to fix it. And I feel that. I feel that. But at what point are you going to stop the car and look around and be like, this is not where I was trying to go? At what point? It's a genuine question. And unfortunately, you know, don't think I don't notice. I mean, I see the people that are liking my shit or hearting it or whatever. But like, it's you guys get it. Like, you guys, I see your other posts. Like, we're all friends on here. I see what you guys post. You guys, as much as I appreciate you listening, uh, it's your family members and your other friends and your work acquaintances and shit. It's those people that we need to have these conversations with, you know? Um, and if they don't know the history, like teach them the history, show them that, like, dude, when wealth funnels to the top, I mean, just even in this country's history, the Great Depression, like what were the economic factors that led to that? Like, we're seeing it again. We're seeing it again. And if we're too slow to recognize it, man, fucking, all those years of making fun of Russia and people standing in bread lines ain't gonna be so funny when you're standing in the bread line, you know? Um, we have the ability to fix these things. We do. It's not easy. It is complicated. It requires a lot of this shit. Uh, and sometimes it does feel like you're yelling at the wall, but communicating with people and organization. That's a big part of it, guys. That's a big part of it. And showing up to vote. When it's time, like you got to take that time off and legally. I mean, I know this is hard for some people in like the service industry because service industry jobs don't respect things like this, but most every job has to let you go to vote. I'm not sure if you're aware of that, but you should look it up. And if you work for a place and you're not sure, definitely look it up. But they have to let you go vote. And we need to start voting for our own best interests, and it's going to take a while. It's not going to change overnight. I mean, we got a lot of work to do. We got to overturn Citizens United, but in order to do that, we have to make sure that we got the right people in Congress. We got to make sure we got the right senators. We got to make sure that, our local government, we got the right people in there. And I think the first part of that, and I bitch about this all the time, is like recognizing identity politics when it's in play. And that's And I don't know. I posted something earlier today, and I had to take it down immediately because I was like, "Ah, that's just shitty," and it's counterproductive. But it was funny. Like there's a scene from Idiocracy uh, where they're talking to Doctor Lexus, and I don't know if you've seen the movie, but it's not very PC, but he he's telling him like, there's lots of slow people that have great jobs now. He's like, my ex is a pilot, and I, I don't know, man. I like as funny as I thought that was because I just started going through and posting that shit on like Trump supporting pages whenever they'd say stupid shit. I was like, hey man, lots of slow people are, having great lives today, but that shit's not funny, and it's not doing anything to bring us together. So uh, I do need to kind of work on that, I guess. But you know, I say these things because I love my country. I love my friends. I love my family, even though it's hard for me to talk to them right now. Uh, you know, I have great hope for us. I do, and it's getting harder and harder to hold on to that. But I'm genuinely trying. I really want to. And when we see these things happen in our society, there's no 911 to call for this. We can't. When the house is on fire, we have to grab a bucket and get together and put that shit out because there's no number we can call where somebody's gonna come and fix it for us. And I think it's important to recognize that, and I think it's important to be willing to grab the bucket. So I don't know, guys. I guess I'm gonna keep trying to do this and you know come have these conversations, and they'll probably be mostly at night. When the kids are asleep. Tonight, Sarah's at a show, so you know, had to get the little one showered and in bed and all that stuff. But once everybody's asleep, I'll keep making time for this. You guys keep watching and keep supporting. And for all of you that do, I appreciate you. You know, and I don't know. Let's protect our community. And you know, if I haven't said this before, let me say it here now. Like, if you see ice rolling through your neighborhood, man, like reach out, like do whatever you can. Just throw a monkey wrench in. Uh, you know, when you see a machine that's built to destroy you, I don't think it's vandalism to take it apart. You know, uh, again, I love you guys, and thanks for coming in the chat. And I don't know, man. I guess when you if any of you guys want to send me shit, like if you see something going on in your neighborhood and you think, you need to make more people aware, I'm more than happy to share that. Like I said, if you see ice, feel free to call that shit out. I'll be the first one to let people know, hey, don't answer your door. They ain't got a warrant. Like, and I ain't an attorney, so I have to keep saying that. I'm not an attorney, so I'm not giving legal advice. But what I will tell you is, if I was in your situation, this is how I'd handle it, you know. But yeah, man, y'all stay up. Much love, and damn, I really gotta learn how to type faster. Uh, boom. All right, guys. Till next time. Disrupt. Resist.